Whoa, welcome back to Mojo Shop Guitar. Here's the next guitar that we're going to do. This one belongs to a member of the family, and their family had a fire, and this one was, in the vicinity, in the house, when the whole place didn't burn down, but, this one was in the house, and it got some smoke damage, it got some fire extinguisher damage, it looks like, or some kind of dust and dirt all over it or something. But it's seen better days. It is a EJ200 BK Epiphone acoustics. It's really one of the nice ones. They make these. They make these so they're electric too. With a pickup in it. But this ain't one of those. It's seen better days. But we're gonna give it a good cleaning. I've been seems I've been getting a lot of these ones that have been in fires, or they're real dirty or something. But you know what? I know you folks like that. And this is a real nice guitar. It's got some nice binding on both sides of it. Can't really see the binding in the back, but let's go take a look at the other side. Oh yeah, you can see the binding in the back there. It's real nice, and I think it's going to clean up real nice. It's just surface dirt. It needs to be gone over. And we are going to make sure that everything is toot sweet and looking good, like we always do. So what do you say we take this gem over to the bench? Yeah. Welcome to Mojo Shop Guitar, baby. Alright, well here we are over at the bench with this one. And I think the first order of business is to take off these little bits of strings here. This thing is, as you can see, it is, it's ready for some help. So we're going to go ahead and we're just going to take these out of here real nice and gingerly like. In fact, I think I got 17 my little tool out here. Let's see if we can't get these out of here a little bit easier. Set that over there. I pop them sucker right out. There we go. We want to save these. We don't want to break these. I guess I might have to just use my pliers to finesse these dogs out of there. There we go. Man, let's pull up this tool. Come on. Get the string out of there too. Boy, these things is putting up a fight. I just had to drop that one back through. There, we got her out of there. That one's in there tight too. Woo. And that one. And that one. Yeah, I never got underneath these with that tool. That sucker's all the way down there. Alright. Just trying to get these out without breaking any of them. Success. Got them all out of there. There we go. And I think I might still have a string in there. Anything? Yep, there's something going on there. Let's get it down the bottom. Yeah, a little tiny piece of string. Yep, got it out of there. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we are going to focus on this headstock up here. And we're going to get the strings off of that up here because they are encrusted onto the posts. So we're just going to kind of try to get these off the best we can. Everything is really kind of corroded. It's just going to take a lot of love. A lot of patience. A lot of mojo. Faux show. But this one will survive. It shall not go into the night. Or whatever, you know, like he says in Independence Day. My favorite movie. Alright, this one here is not wanting to cooperate. So, oh, there we got it all off of those switch. Alright, we got all the strings off there. Everything like that. Okay, let's come back here. And you know, I've been thinking about the plan of attack on this thing. And I guess my best bet is just to get, I got a little soap and water and a rag. We're just going to start wiping it. Wipe and rinse, wipe and rinse. You know, if there's anything else I can do, really, just kind of wipe it off. Give it some love. I'll keep turning the rag. Maybe she'll poke right up. Maybe she'll perk right up for us. Anything loose, we'll take that bridge right out of there. Take that little saddle out of there, whatever you want to call it. It's got some little places to get in there. See, now we're just going to kind of leave this on here and let it soak a little bit. I mean, we're not letting it soak, but we're just kind of letting the dirt and the crud on here get hydrated enough so that it'll come off here without having to scrub it with a blowtorch. You know what I mean? Get aggressive with it. I do not want to get aggressive with this thing. I just want to get it clean. That's all we're going to try to do. Just try to get it looking decent. Okay. Okay, I gave it a wipe down on the first run there. Go ahead and dry it off a little bit. It's starting to look better already, ain't it? Look at that. This towel isn't exactly what I'm looking for here. Let's see if I can't get myself another little piece of towel here to work with. I'm just, you know, tearing up some old rags to work on stuff with, you know. Doesn't have to be anything special, just something. There we go. Now I've got a piece that will actually dry it. And that's looking 100% better right now. Just right now, just from that little wiping it off right there. Yeah, that's looking 100% better. Okay, let's tell you what. We're going to rinse my rag out a little bit. Oh yeah, let's get the water real dirty. Okay, and we're just going to continue to wipe this thing down. When we get done, we'll be right back. Alright, well, we're back. We got it cleaned up. Not real great, but we got it so that it's not all full of stuff and that it's not you know, it's not, you know, I'm not going to touch it and get my hands all dirty and stuff like that. You know, it's cleaned up some. We've taken some of that surface stuff off there. You know, wiping it down a little bit. I'm just over here trying to rinse this rag out again. Boy, that water is black as can be. And I can see that there's still a little bit of stuff on the back of this one. So I'm going to give it another wipe. Let me get hydrated a little bit more. Let me just work it a little bit more. Well, we'll just gradually take all the dirt and stuff off of here, and we'll get it down to where it's a nice, clean finish. And you know, if you've watched the videos before, which I hope you have, and you'll know that we usually take some kind of take some polishing compound. We'll go over this, and that'll just polish that up real nice. Take all this old overspray or all this old stuff off of here. Okay, now that we got that taken care of, our nut fell off because, you know, everything's falling off because it's in the heat. So we're going to get our parts all rounded up here. We got our bridge. Where's our bridge? There, where they got that there. We'll set all that stuff right there. Okay, I think the next order of business is going to be taking the tuners off, because I think that's about the only thing that really, and we'll take the tuners and the strap buttons off because they're looking kind of gross. So we're going to go ahead and do that. We'll move on down here a little bit. And we'll back up, turn, and maybe zoom in, tighten in a little bit. Let's jump it with it back here. So what a shot. Yeah, there we go. Is that good? Does that look good to you folks? Let's tighten it a little bit. There we go. That gives us some appreciation of just how green these tuners are. Let's see. Where we go? Oh, come on, Pat. Get the shot. There we go. Okay. Got some idea of what's going on here. Here we go. Oh, we just turned it down like that. There we go. And we can go. Hey, there's our shot right there. What do you know? All right, let's get these off of here. It's probably going to be a 10 millimeter like it always is. And wrench. It's not a wrench. It's a driver, which I can't find. Aha, there it is right there. Yep, that's the one I need. And my small screwdriver right there. Okay, these should be the parts I need. We're just going to go ahead and take these off of here. Everything's pretty rusty crusty. We'll bring it back to life for sure. Take these and get some stuff to get the rust off them. We'll get it all cleaned up. It's going to be a survivor. It looks like it's got some gold hardware on it, so hey, we'll do our best we can to get these bags shining up like they're supposed to. But you know what though? You know, every guitar kind of tells a story, has a little story to tell, you know. And this one does too. It was in a fire, you know, and it shows that it was in a fire. You know, I mean, I'm not going to be able to make this thing look like it wasn't in a fire at one time. You know, you're going to be able to tell. You know, so, you know, it's just, you know, you got to be careful. And, you know, it's just, it is what it is. It's going to look like that. We're going to get these, let me see, I got one of them out there. Let's see, is that I think that says Grover on it. I can't really tell you the truth. But, you know, I think it does underneath all that stuff. Underneath all of the corrosion and junk that's left on there, I think that says Grover. But we'll get these off of here. And we'll get these, start to get them cleaned up. We'll put the screws and something to get that rust off there. But yeah, we got to do the things that a man's got to do to get a guitar going good. Bring her back to life. Heck yeah. Got a couple more burned up guitars too that I haven't even thought about doing yet. Got some burned up necks. Alright, come on now. Yeah, get that strap button off there. Oh, I'm not looking at that no more. Okay, we got the headstock all cleared off. Now, I'm going to take this strap button off the back side here. Oh, we're just wide now. Okay, got this strap button here on the side. I'm going to get that off there. Everything has to shine. And we will probably just go over this after we get everything stripped off of it. We're just going to go over it and we are going to hit it with the polish and start the cleaning process. Start getting this thing looking good. Okay, we got one strap button off. Alright, let's go ahead and move all these tuners and stuff over into the pile of parts. We'll have to go through those later. And there we go with that. Okay, let's get the strap button off the back. Tell you what, when we get the strap button off the back, we'll be right back. Alrighty, we are back. And I made a decision. We're going to start with the fretboard here, okay? So, one of the first things I want to do is I want to just go over this with some rubbing alcohol to get it clean, or a little bit cleaner than what it is. So I'm just going to take this old rag here, We're gonna soak it down with a little bit of rubbing alcohol. We're just gonna kind of go over this sucker and see what we can get off of it. See how much better we can make it look just by trying to get it cleaned up some. I wiped it off with a wet rag, but you know, you want to stay away from the fretboards with wet rags. Wet rag is not exactly the water is not a fretboard's friend. Okay. So what we're doing is we're just getting in there. I don't want to rub a bunch of dirt and junk into this fretboard. When we start to work on it, you know, we start to clean it and get it looking nice. We're going to try to get into close to the frets. Anyways, we're just going to go over here and wipe this all off best we can. Okay. Open down. Yep. Okay, and I'll wipe the side off a little bit there too. Alright. Alright. Now, I think what I'm going to do is I am going to get out the leveling beam here and get out the tools. Oh, I got to plug my camera in or it's going to go kaputski. Ah, there we go. Oh, now it's happy. It goes, hey, you plugged me in. Now I can keep going. Okay, we're going to stick this on here. And it does not rock. Okay, so let's get our tools. Handy dandy tools. Let's find our friendly feeler gauge. Our little thin one, you know, the little thin one we use. It's like paper. Okay, and we'll set this here on here. We're just going to kind of feel and see what's going on here. Got a little bit of relief in the middle, just a little tiny bit. Okay, so that tells me that the truss rod has to be tightened up just a little bit. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to find the wrench that works the truss rod here. Which probably ain't this one. Nope. Let's take a look. Let's see. Let's dig through the eternal pile of wrenches. Is it this one? Nope. Not that one. Is it this one? Nope, not that one. I'll tell you which one it is. It's that big long sucker. There it is. Found it. Okay, I don't have to pause now. Oh yeah, that's the one. Okay, we're going to tighten this up just a little bit. About like that. Okay. And then we'll get over here and we'll see how we're doing on level. And maybe we'll just help it a little bit. Give it a little help. Alright, let's go. Let's see what it does now. Alright, we're going to have to tighten her up just a little bit more. Alright. Let's see what that does. And I think we'll just try to give it a little bit of help. I kind of put that right in the middle there, and we just kind of, I'm just sort of going like this with it because I want it to come up. So we're going to try to help it out a little bit. This guitar's been through a lot. And it, you know, you got to be careful with it. Take your time. Oh boy. Alright, let's see what we did here. Still got a little bit in there. Oh yeah. We're just gonna help it out a little bit, man. We'll just give it a little bit more tightness. Alright, let's give that. You know, it don't have to move much, just has to move a little bit. Alright, so let's see. You know what? I think I'm going to call it good on this one because this has got some like some crusty rusties on the frets, which could be making it get messed up a little bit. So what we're going to do now is we are just, you know what? See, it's already got a bunch of junk. There's already a bunch of junk on the top of these frets. You can see it. So let's tighten it a little bit. See, there's already a bunch of junk on the top of these frets. So I'm not even going to bother putting any marker on them or anything like that. We're just going to go ahead and we're going to take our leveling beam, you know, and we're just going to sort of go across these frets here until we see we got them all shined up on top. All the shininesses, they're all shiny on top. So you see they're just a little bit low in the middle there. Maybe we'll just give that another half of a fart turn. There we go. Well, let's take another look at it. That's where I want it. Okay. It's good. Okay, we're just going to go across this. We're not putting any pressure on it. The sandpaper that we have on this leveling beam is old 600. Believe me, it's not doing anything fast. And I'm not worried about these frets at the... It's widen out. It might be nice if I widen out a little bit, huh? Sorry about that. I'm not worried too much about these frets at the end. They have what's called fall away, so they're naturally going to kind of, you know, go off the end there. So I'm probably not going to get a lot of bite on those, but we should be able to get something on the rest of these. We're just about down to the middle there. Go over this way. All right, and it looks like we got there. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna, well, there's a little bit right there still. We're gonna keep doing this. When we get done doing this, we're right back. All right, well, we got the fret bar all nice and level now, where we took all the stuff off the top of the frets and it's looking good. But as I'm running my finger along the edge of the frets, they really need some help. And we also need to crown these frets. So what we're going to do is we're going to zoom in a little bit. Okay. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this fret file right here. And as you can see, it's got a little V in it right there. And what that does is it goes over the top of the fret. And we flatten this out. Now we're just going to go ahead and put a little crown on it. And we're going to use our smallest setting. And we just set this on here like this. And we just kind of go across it a little bit like that. Till we feel it gets smooth. You know? We move on to the next one. And that just puts a nice little line across the top of this fret. Real nice like. Okay? We'll just do that to all these frets right up and down. And then after we get done doing that, then we're going to take this little fret file right here, and it's just got a little smooth on two sides and only files on this one side. And we're just basically going to take this file and we're going to round over these fret ends. And we're just going to kind of follow it around the end and smooth it over. And then we come around and we do the other side too. That's about all it takes right there. Just a couple of little swipes across there, and that fret just feels that much smoother, and you can really tell the difference. These are sharp, this one's smooth. So we're going to go ahead and do that to the whole fretboard up and down both sides, and we're going to do all the frets, and when we get done with that, we'll be back. Well, alrighty. We got the fret ends all done right here. We've got them all filed, but they still need a little bit of help. So what we're going to do is we are going to get out a piece of little piece of sandpaper here. Now this ain't much to it at all. It's real light. And we're just going to kind of go over the edges a little bit. See, I kind of roll it up a little bit. We're just going to kind of go over that edge just real lightly. I'm not putting no pressure on it. It might sound like we're scratching a lot, but we're not. Just getting a little bit of that roughness from the file. Knock that down a little bit. Start our smoothing process. I'm going to start smoothing this stuff out so everything's nice and smooth. Alright. Okay. Now we went over it with that. Now we're going to go over it with another piece that's a little bit lighter. Put my box right up here. Here we go. And we're just going to kind of keep moving on. You know, we got a little piece of 400 here that doesn't have anything really. Doesn't really do much at all. But smooth things out a little bit. We'll go this way because we kind of hit the ends of these frets the sideways, and we get a feel of that. Still needs a little help. Where's my files? Right here. Still needs just a little bit of help. Needs to got a little bit of sharpness on the very tops. Take that little bit of... Now this is an acoustic and it's at least got to feel good at the top. Oh yeah. You know, it's just the little finishing touches sometimes that makes a little bit of a difference. Because, you know, you knock it down a little bit the first time, you knock it down a little bit more the second time, and then by the third time you got it right fine-tuned into where you want it. And that feels pretty good right across there. We're going to go back over that one more time. Yeah, buddy. Alright. We'll go over this one a little bit. Just to get it nice and smoothed out some more. And now we're hitting the fretboard a little bit too. You know, 'cause we're not afraid of hitting that too. Let that smooth out a little bit. Whoops. Let me get these frets down here at the end. Alright, now that we've got this all fret ends all done real nice, and we got the everything level and stuff like that, we're going to take a piece of steel wool. If I can find my favorite piece of steel wool here in this box. Here we go. Okay. We're just going to start at one end of this thing, just move our way all the way down to the end, and we're just going to we're getting off all the stuff, all the burnt stuff, just everything that's in there. And I'm paying real close attention to getting close to the fret. So I'm kind of getting my fingernail in there. And we're getting the fretboard too, because we're trying to clean that up too with all anything that's on there that's not supposed to be. Okay? And we're polishing the fret all at once. We're going to do this all the way up and down the fretboard. In fact, we might even go down and then come back up one more time. So, we'll be back. Alright, we got the frets all nice and shiny, as you can see. They're shined up real nice. Okay? So, what we're going to do now is we're going to give this thing a cleaning one more time with some rubbing alcohol. See if we can't get some of this, some more of that schmutz off there. My thing doing something that shouldn't be? Is there something wrong? Shouldn't be. Everything should be right. Okay, we're still going, still filming. Okay. We're going to keep on going here. And get this nice and clean. It's getting there. It's getting there. You know, that's the thing. It's got this. You know, this guitar has like baked on dirt. You know what I mean? The guitar's sitting there, and it gets in the fire, and then it starts getting hot, and then it gets, you know, sprayed down with something, or it's, you know, it picks up a lot of dust, and it's just the heat and everything else. Just in that combination, just really can, you know, wreak havoc on a guitar. But we're gonna un-havoc wreakers and get it all taken care of and good again. Yeah, and we're just gonna have to go over this thing and detail it up real nice. Okay, now that we've got the fretboard all clean, and you can see that that stuff dried up real nice and easy and fast, what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a little bit of this coconut oil here. See, we just use regular good old coconut oil. We're gonna put a little bit on this fretboard here. And the thing's got so many inlays, big old inlays, can't hardly get nothing to the wood. Ain't much wood left to moisturize. But this coconut oil, it gets in there real nice, and it doesn't soak in like a regular oil would. You know, oil, you don't want to get your fretboard, you get the wood all soaked with a real liquidy oil. That's why I like this coconut oil, because it's solid at room temperature, and when it hits the heat of my finger, it gets melty. But then once it gets on the fretboard, it starts going back to being a solid again. But it's just hydrating the way I want it to. It's not soaking in and getting everything all wet and loose, because you know, you can put too much oil on your fretboard, and it can get in there and loosen up the frets. Pretty soon you got frets jumping out. But as you can see here, we're taking this off, rubbing it off, and man, I mean, look at that difference. It's shine. Look at that. That's what I'm talking about. All right. Oh yeah, nice and smooth. Everything looking good. Okay, what we're going to do now is we got the fretboard all taken care of and all done like that. I think probably what we're going to do is we are going to move the camera over a little bit. All right, we'll move the camera over a little bit. And what we're going to do is we're going to take a little bit of our real light polishing compound and a little piece of our wet rag over here that's already wet. Okay, we'll just try out a little bit of this on here, see what she does. Maybe we'll try it out. We'll try it out right here. And we'll try it out a little bit over there. We're just going to hand rub this in and see what this does to clean things up. I don't want to get too aggressive with this. I just want to take it down where it's you know, looking clean. All right, let's wipe that off. Okay, we'll give it a dry. Can dry it off. And you know, I think that's starting to look pretty good. Got a few little spots there, but for the most part, it's taken it down. You can feel that finish is smooth. So, I think the plan of attack here is going to basically, and this is going to take a while, folks. That's why I'm not, you know, running you by. They will be here all day. I'm going to take this here, good old turtle wax polishing compound, clean finish. It's what it's what the polish you use before you put your wax and stuff on. I'm going to go over this whole guitar with this thing. We're going to give it from one end to the other, headstock. We're not going to do anything on the fretboard, but we'll get the back of the neck, the headstock, everything. We're going to polish it all up with this, you know, with the rubbing compound, And when we get done with that, it's going to look a lot different. So we'll be back with a clean guitar. Well, what do you say? Hey, look at this, man. Is that a shiny guitar that I see? Look at that. Do you think she cleaned up all right? Huh? What do you think? Now the pickguard's got some scratches on it and stuff. I couldn't really do too much with that. But look at the sides and the back. Man, I'm telling you. Oh, there's something I missed. Oh, she takes a lot of rubbing. I think I rubbed this thing 17 ways to Sunday. Okay, but we got her all clean up. Look at all that, man. Looking good, looking good, looking good. All right. All right, let's see here. We got all of our parts cleaned up. We got all of our headstock and everything like that taken care of. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to get ready to put all that stuff on, and we'll be right back. All right, we're back, folks. We got this thing all cleaned up real nice. Oh, geez, I just remembered something I didn't clean up. That's the truss rod cover. I'm going to have to clean that up real good and put it back on there before. Maybe I should leave it dirty as a testament to how dirty it was. I don't think so. All right, excuse me. All right. We got our tuners and stuff all cleaned up the best we could. Boy, they were sure in bad shape, but we got them all cleaned up and we put a little bit of lubricant on them. And we're going to go ahead and start sticking these back in there. We're just going to get them in there loosely. And we're not going to tighten them down or anything. We're just getting them in there loose. Let's see, these go on that side. That goes on that side. They're not all the same, you know what I mean? They don't all go on the same side. They're different. All right. And we got it right here. It's not on there. Okay. And what we're going to do, get all these on here. And one more over on this side. That goes over on that side. And this one goes on this side. Right. Alrighty. Now that we got that side in, we'll go ahead and do this other side. And then we'll turn it over and we'll put the screws in, and then we'll flip it back over again, and we'll get the nuts here tightened right down nice. But we don't want to do that till we get the screws in the back there. You know, makes sense, doesn't it? Okay, I guess it's doing all right. Get that one in there. Oops. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, the stuff was pretty nasty. The hardware was pretty nasty. You know, the gold hardware, it cleans up. But you know, you got to take I had to take some steel wool after it. You know, and it don't really, that kind of stuff don't really care for steel wool too much. You know, it takes the finish off, which is getting a little, was getting a little long in the tooth, anyways. You know, because it's getting old. All right. Got our screwdriver. We got our screws right here. 2, 4, 5. Am I missing the screw? Oh, there it is. It's hiding on me. All right. So we're just going to get these lined up with the holes here. And get a screw in each one of these holes. Now, you don't have to put the screws in all ahead of time and stuff, but you know, maybe we'll just go ahead and put them in one at a time. What do you say? Am I still in the shot? No, because I flipped it over. All right, now we're in the shot. All right, now we're going to go ahead and put these screws in. We're just going to snug it down nice, but not you know, trying to dynamite it. I don't want to strip the screw hole out, you know. These just pretty much keep everything lined up. It keeps it from spinning, you know, keeps it from turning so the knob don't end up down here, you know. It's really being held in from the front with the nut. And I'm just going back over to just give it a little bit of a half a feel turn there. All right, you know. Where's the hole? Oh, there it is. All right. It's the joys of working on guitars. Let's see there. That one's got it going down like that. No, I think I'm going to let my smaller screwdriver. This screwdriver is just a little bit too big for that. Just a wee bit too big. This one will probably work a lot better right here. Yeah, there we go. Gotta have the right tool for the job. Some of these screws, you know, they're just so small. You try to get a bigger screwdriver in there, and it's just not gonna work. And we really try to put these guitars back together without boogering up the screws, you know, without getting the screws all womped out. Let's see. Make sure that's in there. And these are not Grovers. I don't know what they're called. Maybe I can get a little look at them. I've never seen these kind before. It is called J-I-N-H-A. Let me see if any of these other ones are a little bit. It looks like a Juna or something like that. I don't know, man. I ain't never heard of these things. They look like Grovers, though. And I'm pretty sure I'm positive that they're stock on this this Epiphone. I'm sure he didn't change anything on this. So yeah, they had a nasty fire up there. Lost everything, pretty much, you know. But the nice thing about it is, you know, they probably got paid for these guitars in the insurance, but they're gonna get to keep them, you know, because you know, insurance guy's gonna take one look at that thing and go, well, there's no fixing that. It's done. It's toast. That's toast. You know? All right, we got them in the back, and we're gonna flip this over, and now we're gonna take our tool, and we're gonna zookie back down there. All right, you guys ready? All right, we're gonna come on. We're gonna tighten these up. I'm just giving them a good little tightening. Yeah, and I'm gonna hold the knob while I tighten it because I don't want to start turning. You know, in case it does. There we go. Good. All right, they're all good. Now, we're gonna widen out a little bit. Okay. I got a big old thing right there, a big hole where there ain't nothing in there. But I think what I'm gonna do, well, we need to put that in there, don't we? So, let's see here. We are just. I got a little glue over here. We're gonna put a little glue on this. Okay. All right. There we go. And there. That should hold. Okay. Forgot to clean the truss rod. The truss rod cover's still dirty. of course, I don't know if you've noticed, but this truss rod cover ain't covering nothing up. There's no truss rod underneath there. The truss rod is through the sound hole. So we're going to go ahead and clean this up real quick. Probably just the old wet rag, dry rag system here. Get it cleaned up. Shouldn't be in too bad a shape. Yep. Yeah, this is going to turn out to be a real nice little guitar for them. It'd be nice to have it back. I imagine that after all the things that they lost, it's going to be nice to have something back. Oh, see, it says EJ on it. Isn't that nice? It is an EJ 600, something like that. EJ 200. Alright, well, I'm going to need just a smidgen of polishing compound on this. I'll just put a little bit on my finger here, because there's a little bit of schmutz right there that don't want to come off. And we're just going to kind of go over it a little bit and freshen it up just a little bit with a little bit of that. Alright, now we're going to wipe it off with a rag. And you know, I want everything to look nice, so we're going to buff it up with a towel, make sure that it looks good. So got just a little bit of junk on it. That smoke damage stuff is, you know, it's a little bit difficult to get it off. It ain't exactly, you know. Of course, it's not as hard as that. I don't know if you've ever bought a cheap candle. Back in the day, we bought a cheap candle and we lit it, and it burned up real quick. And then the next day we went in to look at all the, open up the cupboard door, and all the dishes had like this black smoke over them. And you could not wash that stuff off. You couldn't do anything with it. It just stayed right there. It was amazing. Okay, I got the plate all cleaned up real nice, as you can see. It does say EJ on there a little bit. You know what, I think I might see if I can reproduce that with the Cricut and maybe stick that back on there. So you know what, I'm not going to stick this back on yet. Okay, so we're just going to put this off to the side. Put the plate off to the side, because you know what, that would look really nice if we restored that right there. We just put that EJ back on there, or we put you know, the guy's name on there. Put John on there. Anyway, anywho, let's widen out and come on back down here to your Princess guitar. Okay, let's get on the good foot over here. All right, we are getting dangerously close to the time when we are going to put some strings on this thing. But first things first, we're going to put the strap buttons back on. You know, the detail things. We got a little hole right there. Okay. And we're just gonna get our screwdriver. Put that back in there. And you know, I like these. They got nice long screws on them. Yeah, let me get out of shot. Okay, this I can use a bigger screwdriver on. There we go. Okay. You might even reach under. Now look at that. That's mechanic work right there, boy. I think I'm gonna get a guitar hoist so that I can work on bigger guitars. You know, get right up underneath them, check the oil, check the strings. Rotate the tires. Just about. Just about. There we go. We have got tightness on that one. Alright. Alright, strap button number 2 down at the end. Can't see me down here. In the meantime, feel free to look at this beautiful guitar. I can't wait to hear what it sounds like. And you know, I looked these up on Reverb and stuff like that, and they're, you know, they're not exactly the most expensive guitar. You know, it's worth about $350, you know, right in that neighborhood. But you know, it's probably worth a lot more than that to him. Okay, we've got the strap buttons on it, and we're gonna go ahead and take the, where's that little piece? Yeah, I have a little shim. I can't forget the shim for the saddle here. That is just like that there. I don't like the way that slides. Slides around a little bit too much for my likings. Alright. Can you get a drum roll, please? We're going to put some strings on it. 3. Let me get a pack. Guess what we're putting on it? Ernie Balls, Super Slinky, 9-42. The official string of Mojo 5 guitar. No, it's more like the official. Alright, let's get them out of here. Stick that back up there. Throw that in the garbage. Let's get the garbage over here. We got some clippers going. Got a cranker. Where's my cranker? What do I do with it? Oh, yeah, it's right there. Okay. Got our pins, got our cutter, got our cranker. Alright. Okie dokie. We're going to start off with the big boy, number 42. We are widen out about as tight as we're going to get. Maybe we'll just kind of come down this way a little bit so we can kind of get a picture of both ends. Yeah, it's probably not going to happen. Maybe we could go like this and pan up a little bit. Sure, that looks like a good shot, doesn't it? You guys like that? Alright, cool. Alright, we're going to stick this big fat string in there. Put that down. Pull that up. Push that down. And then we're going to go just like this here. Measure that off. Stick that through. Remember, once over, the rest under. All right. And there we have it. There's our first string on it. We're going to clip that off tight. There we go. All right. We got a string on there. Let's do another one. And don't forget, remember they got a little channel down the front of them. You got to make that go towards the string, towards the front. So that all the way down in there. Yank up on that string good. Go down here. Yeah, these are just some nice tuners. They're working real nice and smooth. Winding stuff right up. You know, they needed a little bit of oil. They hadn't had any kind of lubrication whatsoever. Probably ever. There we go. Okay, we got a couple strings on here. Tell you what we're going to do. We're going to turn this around. And when we get all these strings on here, and we get them stretched and tuned up, because you've seen all that stuff. You know, we put strings on, and then we take the string and we pull on it, and we stretch it, and then we do that to all the strings, and then we tune it up, and then we stretch it some more, and we tune it up some more, until after we've stretched it, we go to tune it up, and it's still tuned. If it's still in tune after we stretch it, then we know that, hey, we're taking all the stretch out of them, and that guitar is going to stay in tune. You know, it's not going to stretch. That's why your guitar goes out of tune, because, you know, it stretches strings, and it takes a while for all that stretch to come out of them, you know. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Get them all stretched, get them all looking good and tuned up, and when it's ready to play, we will be back. All right, well, we're back. We got it all strung up. We didn't put the truss rod cover back on there. I mean the fake, the blank hole cover. You know, I guess it's headstock plaque at this time, isn't it? In this case. But look how beautiful she is. Look how it's like a mirror. You see everything on the wall behind me or in front of me. This is reflecting off the front here. And look at the sides and the back. Just looking mirror clean and shiny. And look at those. See, they look like some Grovers, but they say something on them. I don't know what it says. But it sure does sound good. You get a little pick here. Yeah, sounds pretty good. Yeah. Well, it's looking good. It's sounding good. Every note plays perfect up and down the neck. You know. We're going to take this over there. We'll take it over and give it a little proper playing, won't we? All right. Thank you for watching Mojo Shop Guitar.